Yo, what's up everyone? So today we're going to be talking about the Unreconciled Stars event. We're going to give a little review, compare it to the last, event we had, the Elemental Crucible. And first off, I just want to say that this event compared to the Elemental Crucible is literally like 3 times as better. Um, the shop is better. The event, like the funness aspect of it, pretty fun. It's better than the Crucible. Like, everything about this event was better than the Crucible. It was more built up than the Crucible. And I found that awesome, because in the Crucible, it was more or less you did one small story quest, and then boom, all of a sudden you're at the Crucible, and the event's up for a week, and then people finish it within the first day, second day, 3 days, right? Compared to this event, I'd say this event killed it. The event shop and everything about it, I mean, everything in here, the rewards were great. I mean, if you see on screen, you literally got a free official, which is awesome. You also got this Crown of Sagehood, which is a talent level material for free by just playing. Well, obviously you have to use resin and stuff, but it's given to you for free, basically. And then you're able to buy Books of Freedom, and you're also able to buy some Hero's Wit. So you'll be able to buy all this stuff. And so let's go into the shop, and then we'll talk about the event a little bit more. So I've bought out both of the entire of the shops. Everything is bought out. That can be bought out, that can be sold out. I bought everything, okay? Now, the first one, I think this is the first stuff you get, and this is the second stuff. So the part of the first event is you would go around and you would collect these things you find on the ground. And they'd be in random places around the map, and you'd find them like you'd find the Anemo stuff you submit to the statues, right? But you find this stuff, and it was pretty hard to find, but you end up finding it, and when you build up a lot of it, you're able to buy these Hero's Lids, you're able to buy Mora, you're able to buy some fragments, all that great stuff, okay? Now, you look at this, you're like, this shop's okay, Hero's Wit and Mora is really valuable. The fragments, I guess, are valuable. I think you could buy them up to 3 times. I don't remember how much you could buy these, but I know you could buy this. I know you could buy the fragments up to 3 times. And then they added the second part to the event, which was the smaller battles field area. That was kind of like this small little. It was like a boost in difficulty compared to what the final like big meteor you would have to fight at the end, right? So compared to that, I'd say this one like they blew it out the water in terms of just the scaling and stuff, because you're able to select different levels instead of being forced to play co-op in the Crucible like you would in the Crucible. You are able to play co-op with your friends if you want, but if you're just like, I just want to blow through this and get it done for the day, and you don't feel like playing with people, then you just have a single player option, which is great. That's awesome. Compared to the Crucible, this one is just, it has so many more options. You're able to scale the world level if you want. So you're able to fight like level 60 bosses instead of level 70. If you have the option to, of course. But what I find really good about this is the playability of the event was double of the Crucible. And I'm gonna shit on the Crucible a lot, right? It wasn't that bad for a first event, but for a second event, this event is great. There's not much really more to talk about in terms of the event, the second part, and the first part. But the third part is where it gets really interesting, okay? The third part, I'll have the shop pulled up here, is where you fight the meteor, right? And you get 50 per, I think, at World Level 6. And you go through this, right? And you have, tons and tons of this kind of stuff here. Books, which are really valuable. You have a Crown of Sagehood, which is really rare and really valuable. You have some Mystic Enhancement Ores, which are really valuable and really rare, right? You just go through the entire shop, and it's got tons and tons of stuff for you. So, I mean, overall, the shop, both of these shops just completely shit on, the Elemental Crucible. It just shits on it so hard. But, I mean, like, when you look at this event overall, they took our feedback and they made it better. They got rid of the, forced to play co-op, so now you can play single player or co-op if you want. They added so many more better rewards for the amount of resin you have to use. They added, you know, the shops are great. Everything is just a great move in the right direction. There's nothing in here that I can complain about that's worse than the Crucible. Nothing. There's nothing that's worse. I don't know if anyone else noticed this, but in the Crucible, when you would play co-op, it would lag a little bit, right? There would be some downtime, some lag, usually. But I don't think I've heard many complaints about the lag in this part of the event, this Unreconciled Stars. I don't know, but I mostly played single player for me. I don't know if that's true. If they turned it down a bit, so the co-op was now more, you know, not laggy and stuff. But if they did, then great, you know, another step in the right direction, right? So I mean, that's basically it for this Unreconciled Stars event. Overall, it was fun. I mean, having it time gated, so you're like, I think the time gates were perfect. You know, usually they have time gates that are a little too long, but these time gates are great. It was like, what, 3 days per part of each event? So, or 2 or 3 or 4, I don't know exactly, but it was less than a week, basically. So, half of a week, you're doing this stuff, you're getting all, you know, your Heroes Lit, your adventure experience and stuff, your fragments or whatever, and then, you know, 4 days later, the big meteorite comes out, or 3 days later, and then you're doing the books, you're getting all these crazy books that you get, and then you're getting, you know, the Crown of Sagehood, you're getting tons and tons of weapon EXP materials, all that great stuff, right? And I mean, yeah, I mean, that's basically it. I love the time gate in this specific event. There's nothing for me to complain about in this event. Nothing at all. There's literally 0 things I could complain about. This is a perfect event. In my opinion, for the second attempt at an event so young for this game and how young the game is, it blows me out the water compared to the Crucible. When I first saw the Crucible and we first played it, I was like, oh man, dude, Genshin's not looking too good, bro. Because if this is what Genshin's got to offer at their max, you know, level, I'm like, dude, it's not going to look too hot for Genshin. But they blew us out the water with this Fading Stars event. I mean, do I say more? Free official dupe, or for me, dupe, but free official for people that couldn't pull her before. Great shop, great rewards. You know, you did have to use Resident, which is a little unfortunate. But other than that, I mean, the event, it's easily a 10 out of 10 for me. I know there can be better events, but the story was fun. You know, it gave you some lore, it gave you some backstory to some people. It introduced you to a new character and stuff. So I mean, it's 10 out of 10 for me. That's basically all I have to say about this event. Let me know how you guys liked it. And thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Have a good day.